Retirement will come when it comes, and the calendar, if only that has its own logic and constraints. But I do not feel tired, and I'm still, I think, in reasonably good health for a man of my age. So I'm not really feeling like as if I were about to leave tomorrow, and I don't feel like I would like to jump ship tomorrow.
Do you see yourself practicing law after you leave?
I'm not really looking forward to a third career. At that time, I may perhaps join a law firm in some let's say formal way, but I would not try to redevelop a practice. I think that informally there are always some constraints in place. For example, I think it's a pretty well established rule that once you leave the court, especially this court, you will never appear in another court. And there has not been, and that the work we may do in private firms seems to be mostly in the nature of consulting work or public interest mandates, like those, for example, that Justice Major or Justice Iacobucci discharge.
But as you know, there's been some controversy.
Yes, I've heard
providing legal advice on decisions that one has participated in.
It's very. The problem with giving legal advice is that in a certain way, it would be a judge in his career will probably have taken part in a large number of judgments. And what the law is to a certain to a certain degree the result of his, in part, the result of his contribution. So it would be probably difficult for him if he gives some legal advice not to take into consideration judgments he participated in.
So does that mean one does give advice or one doesn't? It's hard to avoid.
I think it's hard to avoid, and frankly, my own inclination in this respect is provided that the judge, the former judge, doesn't appear in court, doesn't simply gives advice, private advice to the party, to a party, to a lawyer, to a government. It doesn't really matter whether he gives an interpretation of this or that judgment. Because it's part of the. I think what he has written has become a part of the law, and must be. If there was a strict rule that judges cannot comment, cannot give any opinion on that involves some consideration of judgments they participated in or wrote, that would mean in essence that they could not give any legal advice.
And you don't think
that would be pushing things too far.